Number one is that riders should be ready before they request. Yes, guys, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, you shouldn't request when you're not ready. You can get to it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Hunnids. Welcome to my channel today. I'm back with another video today. I want to just discuss or just inform riders on what they should know before picking their next Uber, Bolt, Yango, Shaxi, all these ride-hailing apps. You should know these things before picking your next one. And then I'm speaking on behalf of all drivers in Accra. Drivers in Accra have had challenges over the past year since Uber, which is the first app that launched in Ghana around, I think, 2015 or 2016. Like, drivers have had problems with this behavior, or should I say approach that Ghanaians especially have to this ride-hailing apps. And today I just want to address that. So guys, I don't want anybody to take this personal. This is just helping the community become a better one. Like, it's a general discussion that we should have. Like, it's long overdue, because there's been days where I'm in a couple of driver groups and we can get mad. Like, drivers can be so mad because of these things. So in this video I'll be addressing many of those challenges that we have with riders. Of course, I've already also recorded a video on what the challenges too that riders face. So guys, without much ado, let's get right into this. Number one is that riders should be ready before they request. Yes, guys, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, you shouldn't request when you're not ready. You can get to a destination and then the person can let you wait for about 30 minutes. Personally, I voted for 15 minutes before. This is so bad. We should try and be in each other's shoes. Like, just think about how it would be for you to get to a destination and have to wait for 20 minutes before your rider would come. This is so bad, guys. Let's change from this ways. That's how come the app gives 5 minutes waiting time. Like, I think the maximum should be 5 minutes. And then not to compare, Ghanaians to any other group of people or any other nationalities is very different. Like, when you meet these foreigners, especially the foreigners, whites, blacks from outside America, anywhere, Germany, anytime you have a pickup that is a foreigner, you realize that by the time you get to the pickup location, the person is standing outside. Like, if the person is in their houses, you find them in front of their gates already before you get there, because this app is a two-way app. What I'm seeing as a driver, you the rider is also seeing. So every time you request a ride, you should also be following up. You shouldn't let us get there and then we'll call you that we are here, and then someone will be like, hey driver, you are here. Like, it's a surprise. Like, I don't even understand. You should be aware that we are here, because you're also seeing our movement. So please, let's make sure we do this. Like, in your next trip, make sure you are following the driver, as the driver is also following to the destination. Like, be also following, so that when the driver gets there, it's okay if he calls you, but it is just so nice that you are outside before the driver picks you. And this also puts us in a very good mood before we move. Like, before we start the trip, we are already like cool, because imagine waiting for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. You're already angry as a human being. You'll be furious. So you realize that some of your trips wouldn't go well, especially when you're late. Then most people will come up, most riders will come with attitude because they are late. They will come up with attitude before you even pick them. This is crazy, guys. Let's change from these ways. Like, this is not good. It's not healthy. This makes our experience as drivers very bitter. Please, let's make sure we understand each other. We come out early, we follow the map while we are also following, so that once we are there, you're also there. When we call you, you are just alert, come, and then we move. You don't request if you're not ready, guys. Yeah, guys, my head is aching. Like, I really have to eat while recording. I have food here, mixed fruit. You can join me. You should never be angry when drivers ask you where you are heading. I've done a research myself. I've realized that all these foreign apps in America and other places show drivers where the riders are heading to. So, like, when the request comes through, I see the pickup location and I see the drop-off location. This helps for drivers to decide and know what they are getting into. And this shouldn't be an issue. Like, I don't know why people get angry. I've personally had that experience where when you're trying to ask riders where they are heading, they get angry. And then I don't understand why. Because even when I go to pick a taxi, you tell the taxi driver where you're heading to. And then some people say that it's because of security reasons. And I ask them, like, if it's security reasons, do you know the taxi driver that you're going to pick? And then do you think the taxi driver can't text anybody that this is where that he's coming to and they can cross him? Like, this is not true, because for drivers on ride hailing apps, we are like, our details are on the apps, so there's no much we can do. Like, we really can't do much. And then secondly, most drivers are just in for the money, and then in for the ride. So you shouldn't be thinking that way. It's just in this country that I've realized that the apps don't do that. So truth is, riders shouldn't get angry when we ask them where they are heading to. It is just to inform us on where you are heading to, and then also us to decide whether we'll go or not. Like, this is okay, because sometimes we are genuinely heading home, or you've set a destination, but the app will still give you somewhere very far from where you are heading to. So the drivers have to know where you are heading to, and then it's not a big deal. Sometimes it's also the destination. Like, as in, the destination is so short that if I'm from a pickup location that is quite far, I've already explained this in another video that I've dropped. I'll add that link right here so that you can watch it. But when the person is going, like, say, when the person is going far, yes, when the person is going far and then you are coming from far, it's okay to pick the person. But imagine you are coming from, let's say, a 5 kilometers to come and pick somebody to a 2 kilometers distance. It is very annoying. And then when you are in our shoes, you understand why we do these things. Like, you should bear with us, and then also understand when we ask you where you are heading to, it's just for this purpose. It's not for any quaché level, like people should cross us. No, that's not the purpose. There's no reason we'll do that. And then drivers are in more harm than riders, because mostly it's riders that don't have anything on the app. They don't have any ID or anything, so we have more to lose once you ensure that your driver is the right person there. So you shouldn't have a problem with that. Moving on, number 3 will be ratings. Drivers like myself, we are very cool. We have a couple of drivers that are cool, always happy, always happy to drive. We actually enjoy driving, and it's okay to drive all day long once we are eating well, and then we are riding, and we are having a conversation with our clients. We are okay to drive throughout the day, like, till we are really exhausted. Like, that's 8, 10, 12 hours a day if we have the time. And then this makes us very rating us is very important, because once you rate a driver that has been nice to you, I know majorly the problem is that people forget to rate, and then when they come back to the app, it becomes messed up, and then you don't even remember which trip it is, and then you just force yourself to rate anything. And then ratings are important because it actually puts the drivers on a better standing. I've also explained this in another video. So guys, ratings are so important, such that once your driver deserves like a couple of stars, let's say 5 stars, and you give him 2 stars, what happens is that driver wouldn't be recommended in a situation where, like, there are many drivers at a particular place and people are requesting. It puts the driver behind. The algorithm is such that the drivers that are having high ratings automatically gets trips before those with low ratings, if they are all in a place. So guys, rating your driver that has been nice to you and everything is very important. Like, don't forget, and also don't think it's not important. Like, it is very important. Myself, I've had many fruitful trips that I feel like they couldn't rate me, because all my trips are almost successful, but I'm not at 5 star. I think I could have done way better if everybody was rating me with the thought that it is important. So that's, I'm putting this in the video today, that is very important to rate your driver. It is very important and very necessary to rate your driver, and as especially if they deserve it. If it's 2 stars they deserve, you can give it. If it's 5 stars they deserve, you should give it. And don't forget, like, it is important. And then with the drivers, we have no option, because once we are done dropping a passenger, we are on to the next trip. So automatically we give the stars almost automatically, or almost compulsorily, because without that you wouldn't move on. So we just give almost, like me for example, I even forget sometimes. I want to mafia some riders, but once we get to the destination and I'm so excited collecting my money, I even forget, and then I just just give them 5 stars. And it happens to me a lot, and then later I remember, I'm like, oh, why did I do this? Like, it pains me so much that I forget. So I mostly give everybody 5 stars unless I really remember, but I hardly do, because when I collect the money, my eye gets, so I just go on to give the 5 stars. So please rate us, and then let us also know your ratings. If there are extra comments, you should add that. Oh, this driver was funny, I enjoyed this trip. Let us have that that review or that feedback from you, and then we also see it in the app, and then we are happy. It quite encourages us that we are doing well, and it puts us back to work the next day. And riders should be checking the cars once they drop. This is so helpful, because once you are clear that you don't have anything, you don't have any of your belongings in the car, it helps us a lot, because we don't have to come back. Sometimes the person will call you, and a driver, I left this in your car, you should come back. Sometimes they don't even give you transportation back. Some of us are kind enough, we just let it go, but others, you don't have it easy. But once we avoid this, there's no need to come back. So please check the car anytime you're holding luggages. Even if you're not holding luggages, just check your pairs, check your I personally do that. I make sure I check, but not always. Sometimes you can be in a difficult situation, a person is dropping at a very hot place that you can't really do all these checks, but a rider is onto you to do that, so that you wouldn't leave anything behind, and it wouldn't be a back and forth situation when you need your stuff, or when you realize later. So please, this is also a very key thing to observe. Like, let it be. I've had this experience one time where I took a cake from, say, East Legon to Bokobi side, all that. I took this cake to this woman, and then I had to give her a change of, I think, 50 pesos or something. It was something 50 pesos or something. It was less than 1 cedi, and I had like part of the change, and I had to give her. Guys, can you imagine that we went to 4 shops? We ended up going to 4 shops before we got that change. Meanwhile, I had another trip I had another rider that was waiting for me after that trip. This woman was like, she doesn't know why she will leave her money for me, and blah blah blah. I didn't even understand, And then, come to think of it, we are the ones rendering you a service. Like, there's no way that you should expect us to be giving you the change. Like, it is so bad. It is so bad, because we are coming to your house with no calculated fuel. We come there for free, pick you from your home, we drop you at your destination. Sometimes we pass through bad roads, we call you, all that. If it's level with 50 pesos, 1 cedi, 2 cedi. I know a lot of guys out there are doing well, by giving tips and all. That is a plus, but it's not compulsory to give tips. But again, when there's a change, like when there's no change, and then the person is supposed to give you 1 cedi, 50 pesos, even 5 cedis, sometimes you should let it go. Like, especially if you have the means, you should be able to let that slide, because we are the ones rendering a service. You shouldn't expect us to be adding our money to the service. It's so bad. So guys, please, let's watch that. Drivers are saying that there's no Momo option. Personally, my personal view, I have no problem, because my Momo is always alert, and I always make sure I have Momo on me, even to change riders that are difficult. So let's say I have to send you 50 pesos and you're insistent, I'll just send you your Momo. So I have that option always with me. But some drivers don't have Momo. Yes, I know that's weird, I know. But those that have to, sometimes drivers are owning the telecommunication networks, and then other times they just left that Momo phone at home. It could be anything. What I'm saying here is that for a rider, before you get to your destination, let your driver know that you want to pay with Momo. If possible, let him even know before he comes. Sometimes, somebody like me, I call everybody before I go for pickup. So when I call you and you think you don't have cash on you and you want to pay with Momo, you should let that be known. Like, you should let me know that before I come. If not, if you forget, or for whatever reason you don't want to tell me because you don't want it to deter me from coming, you can tell me before we reach the destination. Because when we reach the destination and I have a problem on my Momo, that means that you can't pay me, or that means you have to take another time, because I've ended the trip. You have to take another time to roam to find a Momo vendor. Not everywhere that you easily find a Momo vendor. What we should do is that you should let your driver know before you get to the destination, so that on our way we can always find a way of getting the Momo out, or getting a Momo vendor for you to withdraw. This is very helpful. It has distracted many rides. So guys, thank you for watching this video. I know you liked it. This is just to make our community a safer one, making Accra very safe with ride hailing apps. I'm just here to inform and educate people about ride hailing in Accra, and then just to put the education out there, so that we make everybody enjoy the fruit of their labor. Once you are working, you should be having fun with your work. Other than that, it becomes another thing, and then frustration and all sets in, and then this is why we have accidents on the roads. But if drivers are more at peace and then are having fun driving, there'll be less accidents in our communities. So guys, as you can see, I just I'm on break. As I was saying, I'm on break with my fruits. So this is my own mukbang foods version. I don't know if foods qualify, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm having fun out here. It's my break time. I'm just at the seaside recording this, just having fun. And like and share this video to all riders out there. Like drivers especially should share this video to all riders that they come across. You can actually let somebody subscribe to this channel so that we can educate and make the society and the community safer. I think every driver in Accra should be advertising my channel, because I'm putting us on, and I'm letting our ideas and our thoughts be known to riders, and then also educating drivers on the thoughts and expectations from riders. So it is a two-way thing, and I come with education too. When I pick passengers that have something to share to the public, I just record them. I have a couple of that, and then I'll put them on too, so that we just have a generally safer and a better community to live and make Accra great again. I don't know if it's a thing, but yes, we can make Accra great again by this same medium. So guys, subscribe to this channel so that you can see more of this, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.